Hello everyone, and welcome to another news update with me, Umber Rays, where here on the JP side, I have to say, wait for it, I was nearly right with my predictions this month. I think. I don't even remember what my predictions were. I don't remember that shit. Long story short, this is a banner I think a lot of people have been waiting for, both on the JP side as well as the global side. And so global people, take careful note, because you know what? This will eventually be coming to you. So now you are going to get a sneak preview on how good 2B and 9S could, sorry, not 9S, A2. So many numbers, letters. How? Anyway, we have the return of the Nier raid event. Now, if you're wondering, wait, what the fuck? That's not right, since when does JP get a Nier event or a raid event at this time of the month? Well, you're absolutely correct to notice that something is horribly wrong here. Normally on the JP side, we have a Mog King event, followed by a story event, followed by a raid event in a month. Basically, it is a 3-event cycle that has been continuing since I was born. Okay, not that long, but still, it's been going on for a long time, so a deviation from this pattern is actually kind of shocking. Really shocking, as a matter of fact. But yes, we will see a raid event return, and of course, it looks to be basically the same kind of rewards that we got the last time. Doesn't look like there'll be any changes or anything special like that, but there you go. You know, the big thing is banner units, and this time we have a couple of new banner units as well as some old returning ones, which is great because honestly some of these TMRs are so valuable. There's no reason that anybody who is playing the JP side should 100% sleep on this banner. Yes, I know the 3rd anniversary is coming up, so you should spend your resources wisely. But with that being said, you should also not pass up on this event. So we'll just basically go right into it. First of all, let's just get into the real hype. A2 is coming. Her TMR is a 2-handed crate sword. That's right, true dual hand. We'll get to why this is exciting in a second. But 148.3 attack, 20% defense, and an AoE damage and self-attack buff up skill. Given that this is a raid, you should get this TMR pretty damn quickly. Super TMR, Materia, 80% attack with a great sword, and Machine Killer Kai. Holy shit! This is actually just incredible. That is an amazingly powerful Super TMR, especially against machines. Just really nice. Limit Burst, AoE, damage, defense ignoring, nuke, with a self-attack up. I would assume that it will be something like globals, but potentially stronger. Now in her kit, I'm not super familiar with how it was on the global side, but she has single target damage abilities that unlocks other single target damage abilities that also give her evasion, attack and defense up, aggro up buff, machine killer up buff, 4-turn self berserk that gives her a evade 10 physical attacks and gives unique counters, and a W ability. This is all in her 6-star. Now her 7-star, and the reason why I'm super excited about her, is she gets triple cast, and it seems to just be triple cast. It doesn't seem like you need to unlock it. Now you should be excited about this. She also has an ability damage up. She has a new ability that unlocks another new ability. Now I don't have any details what these abilities are right now, but I gotta say, A2 looks and sounds fantastic. It seems like she will be very, very strong, and, you know, maybe just like in Global, she will only be able to chain with other Nier units, but she might be really popular on the JP side, so I'm kind of excited about her. And for another reason, too, that I'll get into in a minute. Now our new 4 to 6-star is Eve, and Eve's TMR is a 30% attack up and a percent attack and defense up when HP falls below a certain percent. We'll have to wait and see what the extra bonus is, but for now it seems okay. I don't think it's anything great, but I think it's pretty okay. In his kit, he basically has a lot of damaging stuff and a way to, you know, give himself Stop and Charm immunity, which is kind of interesting, but you still have to cast it, so I don't think he will be that big of a showstopper. And of course, 9S returns with his wonderful, amazing pod. If you're new on the JP side and you don't know how good this TMR is, you have to get at least 2 of these in this event. You just have to. Otherwise, we're going to kick you out of the game. Sorry, but that's the way it goes. And speaking of amazing TMRs, 21-0. I guess it's 21-0. I always thought it was 210, but anyway. 21-0, her TMR is back as well, which is a 30% chance to counter physical or magical with a heal. This is so powerful, this TMR. You want at least 2 copies of her. You want 2 copies of this TMR. Why? Just in case for the future. We don't know if we'll ever see another Nier banner in the future again, so get at least 2 of this girl, because in the raid, you will at least get enough to get a couple of her TMRs. Beautiful. And last but not least is 2B. 2B, whose super TMR is a materia 40% up with a katana, sword, and or spear. So basically it's a true dual wield materia. It also has human killer on it, just regular human killer, and a single target death or thunder damage ability. Honestly, I think the Super TMR is okay. I don't think it's anything super exciting yet, but who knows? Maybe in the future it'll have some amazing thing if dual wield units ever come back in. But with that being said, doesn't look like 2B's kit, unfortunately, is going to be anything super amazing yet. Gonna have to wait for the data on this one to really find out if she's anything good. But the other thing that will be happening is a 3-step up on the JP side. And considering this is right before the 3rd anniversary, this could be bait. But I have to admit, A2 looks deliciously wonderful bait. I have to say that, you know, Alum just might be masturbators on this one, because I'm really excited for this. So, let me explain why. Step 1, you're guaranteed a 9S. Excellent, that pod is amazing. You also get 1 limited time ticket. Step 2, 1.5 times rate on A2 and 2B, and a limited time ticket. Step 3, a guaranteed A2 or 2B and 1 of those tickets. Now, if it's anything like the previous raids, we will get 2 of these limited time tickets from just doing the raid. If you get 5 of these tickets, you basically get your unit of choice from the 5 stars. So you either get 2B or A2. Whoever you want, you can potentially really easily get a 7-star off of this raid for about 1,500 lapis, and hey, anything else you get along the way is just a nice little bonus. So I gotta say, if A2 is really good, I will definitely be doing this Step Up banner on Monday when it comes out on stream. So I'm really excited for that. Now the other thing to note is on the JP side, if you haven't done this already, you might want to consider doing it. Basically, there's a 10% Moogle Trust campaign, or Trust Moogle campaign, right now on the JP side. From the 10th to the 30th, for clearing regular Gilgamesh, you get a 10% Trust Moogle. For clearing Extreme Gilgamesh, you get another 10% Trust Moogle. Now, I believe if you've already beat them, you don't need to do it again. If I find out different, then I'll try and mention it later, but yeah, seems pretty awesome, just to get some extra Trust Moogles. But just because it's the middle of the month and we're not getting a story event doesn't mean we're not getting some enhancements. And so let's go through the bottom of the list. I know you've already seen the most exciting one, but let's start at the bottom. First of all, Slime Knight, Uber Killing Machine, Marquise de Leon, and E-Stark will all be getting their enhancements from the Dragon Quest event. E-Stark gets some extra passives, some extra, buffs and everything. He might be interesting, but dual wield units don't really have a spot right now, so I'm not really counting him as that amazing. Marquise de Leon just gets some general buffs, some, ways of upping some activation, especially ignoring fatal attacks. which is probably about the best thing in his kit. Other than that, I think he's just okay. I don't think there's anything super worth noting there. We have Shinju. I think it's just Shinju, right? Shinju? No, it's just Shinju. And Pekiota, both getting their enhancements. Nothing super incredible there, as 4 stars just don't have a place right now. Next up, however, is Nal. Nal gets her enhancements, which basically give her some of the key things that she's been missing in her kit. W ability as well as MP refresh, extra killers to beast, insect, and plant of 25%, and some extra modifiers and thunder imperil. So now looks like she will have a more solid kit than she ever did before, and that's good news because I think Nal has just been critically underpowered for a long time. I don't know if this will fix everything wrong with her, but hey, I love her, so I'm really happy to see this. And general love, not like a physical. Don't comment on that, you guys. I don't care. Anyway. Last but not least, certainly not least, is Squall. And for the longest time, Squall has definitely had a kit that I have hated. It is just not quite good, ever been good enough. But I have to say, his enhancements go a long way to making him much better. First of all, his extra stats from Espers will be totaled out at 50%. That's great. You know, as Espers get stronger, so will he in the future. But the big thing seems to be focused around one of his attacks, called the Keen Edge. Keen Edge is getting so many modifiers that it should be a double castable 1500% attack ability every turn, and you can cast it twice. But that's not it. Squall is also getting a couple of other really important things. One of his big chaining attack with the fire element not only gets a nice modifier, not only finally gets fixed so it's holy explosion, chaining, and frames and hits, it also does a bigger imperil, a 75% fire imperil as a matter of fact, and gives fire attacks to Squall. Halle freaking goddamn Luya. Oh my god. That was one of the big things Squall has been missing for the longest time, is an element on his attacks, and now he has it. So honestly, this is just one of the best things. But the 1500% attack that I've talked about isn't even maybe the best thing Squall has, as it turns out, because by losing some defense, he gets something called Keen Edge Kai, a brand new ability that is a new attack ability, and let me tell you something. We don't have any data on it, but if you look at Squall's enhancements, they're all buffs. They're all extra modifiers to Keen Edge Kai too. And if Keen Edge Kai has one simple thing, it will already insanely potentially be a massively damaging attack. And what is that one thing that it really needs? Critical hit. If it has critical hit, Squall might just become the most powerful chain finisher in the game, considering the percentage on his attack, the element he can put, which is something Zack can't even do. Squall might just become amazing. We'll have to wait for the data, but picture this. 2 Axe Stars on your team. Turn 1, use the Fire Imbue ability on both Axe Stars as well as their 250%. Squall chains into it with his Fire Chaining ability, and then gets a, his Keen Edge or Keen Edge Kai off. You already have your debuff, you have your Fire Element on all of your guys, and then you just start laying in with Axe Star's Fire Elemental Chaining while Squall is finishing every turn. Just, oh my god. Squall's enhancements might actually be really exciting. This really makes me think that Cypher is just coming very soon, and he's going to one-up this, but still exciting. So yes, basically, Monday's maintenance should be pretty short. It's only 2 hours long. The event, the banner, the 7-star awakening for 2B, rank achievements will be going up to rank 30 at least, bug fixes, and some quality of life stuff. Nothing major, but there you go. The beginning of September might have just been an okay start, but we might get just quite a bit of hype coming into the middle of September. And of course, I should mention right now that our next big live stream is on Sunday the 23rd at about 1 in the afternoon. That will be the big TGS stream. And if you think we've had, some pretty good news so far, that TGS stream should be pretty fucking hype. Anyway, you guys, I hope that you are all as excited as I am for all of this stuff, whether it's the enhancements or the Nier banner. And GL people, I know you're going through a rough time right now, but look to the future because there is some hype on the way. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time when we'll probably be doing some Nier polls. I was so nearly perfect in this video, wasn't I? See you next time.